Hello everyone, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing, and I'm still working on the single layer card series to help those of you who have fewer supplies or less experience, and just to expose you to some processes and bring you along. So the first video and the second video should be online now, and I'm just adjusting slightly in each of the videos so that you see different products and building upon them a little bit. So in this video, I've already cut and done the scoring for my card base, and you'll see that I went with a vertical, so it's 4 1/4 wide and 5 1/2 inches long. And if any of that is confusing to you, be sure to read my blog at craftingandrelaxing.com or go back and watch those other videos. I'm just going to reach over here and turn on one more light that you might need. And for this set, I'm trying to use things that are available for you. This is a Hampton Art set, and if you Google Hampton Art cupcake stamps, I think this will come up. It seems like it's probably discontinued because some people are selling out of it. It looked like it was available in 1 or 2 places still, so if I'm using a stamp set and you think I just have to have that, I do like this because the cupcake frosting has little stars in it, and I like stars. So I'm going to use the same ink and everything to make it simple for you. And I have my cupcake stamp. And before you stamp, assuming your stamps are clean, with clear stamps you can sort of take them and set them out and think about it. And I was thinking this would be a vertical card, but I didn't realize that the cupcake is actually a little smaller than I expected. So maybe what we'll do is we'll use both cupcakes and a sentiment. Maybe that's the way we'll go. Just so that we can fill this up. Because I'm not layering any paper or using any embellishments, right? I'm trying to stick to the game. So this stamp, you could go either way. It's big enough that it might just work better to take the stamp to the ink, or the ink to the stamp. It looks like I have good coverage. Something's a little wrong with the cupcake wrapper down there. I'm not sure we're going to get a good stamp on this. So again, let's get out our scratch paper. See what's going on. It looks a little messy. You know what? I think there might be Distress Oxide on this, and that's a different kind of ink. And so we might be getting a bit of a reaction. So just clean that off and try again. That one looks better. There we go. And I don't know if you can tell in the video, but the second one is just a little bit darker and more crisp. So hopefully when we do the next one, we get that same quality of image, and I don't rub black ink all over everything because I'm inking up my thumb. So what I'm thinking here is we'll have 2 cupcakes and then sort of the happy birthday up above. Now remember, I do a lot of horizontal cards, so it's probably something I revert back to. And I could do, maybe I'll do 3 cupcakes and color them differently. Let's try that because they're just not that big. So I push it down and hold it for a minute and then lift straight up. There, that was a pretty nice one. And then since I like stars, we'll go ahead. Gosh, I'm wearing more ink than I'm putting on there. See, it's good for you guys to see the realities. since I like stars, I'm going to use this one again. I don't know that I can get 3 on a page, but we'll try it because they're clear stamps and we'll be able to see. So we just hold it down there. And again, lift straight up, nice image. And if you see, I got a bunch of ink on that block. So I want to wipe that right off or it'll be there forever. And my rag isn't very damp. So I'm just spraying the ink right onto the stamp, which with acrylic stamps is perfectly fine. With wood block stamps, I would never have done that. Okay, there we go. Stick that right there for now. Swap over to this one. And because my mat has grid lines on it, I'm gonna put the cupcake, oops, the other way. I'm gonna put the cupcake right on the line so I know it's straight. And then I'm gonna take my acrylic block and pick it up straight off of there. So then the whole thing is, I know it's lined up. It's not crooked. Okay, oh, this one's pretty cute too. Okay, now I think I'm gonna have trouble on these chevron cupcake papers. It doesn't look like it wants to get a solid image there. No, we're gonna get a bit of speckling. We're gonna go with it. If it bothers me that much, I can always touch it up with a black pen. Okay, these are gonna be nearly touching, but I'm gonna do it right in the middle. There we go, cute as can be. And this one's a little bit heavy for me with black. It's probably not something I would normally do, but I'm trying to stick to the routine here. There we go. Okay, so we've got ourselves a birthday card. Now, I found some markers that I am pretty sure will work for us. And again, I don't have great versatility in colors. Got some jewel tones. So all of the markers that we have here are water-based, so they shouldn't bleed through, but let's check. These are Tombow markers. They're brush pens. Let's see. I think we would go with like teal maybe. And they're super nice. I have them for hand lettering, so I kind of forgot they were here. That's a case of don't forget that you have other supplies. And then the same with these. I have these for hand lettering. Yeah, I can't imagine these are gonna bleed through. Okay, so these will be perfect. These are color in markers. They have one tip and it's a brush tip. And I got these on a major clearance at Michael's. I think the color pack maybe they were thinning out. And the Tombow markers are dual tip. So I probably want to pick a Tombow to color in the stars. So let's go. I don't have any really light colors. And I have some old Zig pens, kind of the same thing. Okay, so the Zigs have a really small end on them too. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna color. I need to make sure I'm in. You can see, yeah. Okay, so because the stars are so fine, oh, I should have gone with a lighter color. Okay, we'll just do a couple of these because this purple is super dark and it's not that bright cheery star that I had imagined on the cupcake. Okay, there we go. And then we'll take this yellow. Let's do this middle one with some yellow frosting. just brighten this card up because it is dark. And I don't know how these markers will work with all this black ink and if it will bleed. So I'm just trying to be a little bit careful about working over it too much. I mean, I want to get close to it, but I don't want to blend it in. In theory, everything's waterproof, right? But in reality, sometimes things aren't. And as you get more experienced and get more supplies, cupcake tops would be really good for a little bit of glitter or a little bit of embellishments, something like that. But we can make them adorable as it is. So these pens are pretty dark, aren't they? Let's make this heart orange. There we go. And I'm gonna just touch up a couple areas that aren't very yellow. And then if you have any doubt about streaking and blending with your pens, just take them and clean them off on a nice piece of white paper. I can't imagine I'm gonna use yellow all that much anyway. So even if my yellow marker was a little messed up, I don't think I'll be too sad. Who knows? Maybe I'll need to color a sun tomorrow. There we go. And then let's figure out something nice and light for these. Okay, we'll try this one. This pen's a little tired, but we'll try this for these stars. There we go. A little brighter. There we go. And on this one over here, I'm gonna do them all light, but just to tie that purple oops in over on the right where it was too dark, I'll just do one at the very top in the purple. Just so there's a little bit of continuity on the card, but I just don't wanna bring in that much dark again. And then I need to pick a color to frost this, or if I don't have enough light colors, oops, I guess I forgot to do that. Then maybe I will, let's go over it. Maybe I will just, maybe I can put dots in the middle. There we go. Maybe it'll be vanilla frosting on those. Okay, then let's see if we have a light. Oh, that's pretty dark. All of my pens are dark because they're really intended for writing. Okay, so I'm gonna go in here and do these papers, but I'm gonna stripe them in the ruffles, which is a little more work, but I think I don't want this much heavy color. And I sort of need a way to tie things together, so I'm still looking for that. I don't like it. So that's the thing. If you don't like it, just change your mind. And I think the reason I don't like it is because I don't know that I've seen cupcake papers where the ruffles are different colors, but I don't make a lot of cupcakes. I just eat a lot of cupcakes. There we go. Okay, so this one I'm gonna do orange, and my color choices in here have very little to do with common sense or the aesthetics of the card, and just more to do with the fact that I'm trying to tie it together a little, and I really only have certain markers that are working okay with this. These color in markers pick up a lot of the black. They're pulling a lot of it up, so they're a little trickier. And though you see many, many markers on the table in front of you, some of them are very old and don't work very well. And what you hear is the big dog. Clearly there's a security breach of some sort. Okay, there we go. That's actually kind of cute. And I think because I don't have a really light pen, I just don't know that I'm gonna find a frosting that I like on those. I mean, if a cupcake comes towards me and it has super dark frosting, I might be a little bit freaked out by it. I might not wanna eat it. And I like cupcakes, so that's saying something. And I think because I'm not gonna color that, I'm gonna leave it just the way it is and leave a little bit of white on each of them. One thing I am gonna do is, we'll use this pen right here, in fact. I'm gonna take the parts of the stamp that didn't fill in as well as I would have liked and see if I can fill them. And I'm now regretting this, and I'm gonna stop because the pen is much darker than the ink, so it's just not gonna match whatever I do. Okay, so there you go. There's a birthday card. You could use Crayola markers if you have some in your house. Like I said, I had some, I wasn't using them, so I gave them away. Any markers that you have that are water-based, so they don't go through. And these, you can see the image a little, but it isn't damaging or inky or anything like that. It just looks perfectly fine. And then if you wanted, if you have a steady hand or you're a hand lettering person, you could take a super fine pen and go along next to happy birthday and kind of add some accents there. I'd be careful about which pen because otherwise the ink will smear, but a flare pen or something like that that's not gonna smear it would probably work pretty well. So there you go, there's a birthday card, and have a great day. Thanks so much for watching. Please be sure to subscribe by clicking subscribe in the lower right-hand corner. And this is the third in the beginner series of making single layer cards. So if you enjoyed this one, be sure and go back and watch the other ones because you'll get more information and ideas. Thanks, bye-bye.